client's budget up front can save you a whole lot of time. You don't want to spend your time pitching your services to a business that can't even afford it or isn't going to pay those prices. But let's be real, asking for a client's budget can be awkward. So in this video, I want to give you 5 practical ways to ask for a client's budget that actually work and don't leave you feeling all weird about asking. So let's get right to it. The very first option that you have here is to just ask the clients directly. The simplest option here is still going to be your best bet, but the key is how you ask. If you start with, how much? You have to take out that hesitation and you need to ask the question directly. Ask this question as though it is standard, as are all these other questions that you're asking, and one that you're going to ask every single client. So saying something like, based on the goals that you've mentioned, what budget have you set aside to make this happen? Then stop talking. If they go silent, don't jump in to fill the gap. Let them think about it. Let them process and just sit and wait. That silence often is going to work in your favor and you're going to know their budget. The second option is to give them a range. So if they're hesitant to come out with a price or they don't know it, give them a range. So say something like, our projects typically range between $3,000 and $10,000. Where do you see yourself in that range? This makes it easier for them to answer because you have set the boundaries, and they'll usually go ahead and place themselves somewhere inside that range. Alternatively, you can start with your highest price by saying something like, our projects can go up to $10,000 depending on the scope. If that's too high, they're going to immediately correct you and say something like, oh, well, we were thinking something more in the $5,000 range. And just like that, you've got their budget. Now, on the flip side of this, you can start with your lowest price and say, our projects start at $5,000 and see how they react to that. Now, the fourth way to go about asking a client for their budget is to use customer value math. And this is where we can dig into their numbers a bit more by asking questions like, what's a new customer worth to your business? Now, if one customer is worth $1,000 to them in their business and you can bring them 10 new customers per month, that is an additional $10,000 of revenue. Now, if you are charging them $2,000 per month and you can make them at least $10,000 a month, that should be a no-brainer for that business owner. So this whole approach reframes your pricing in terms of ROI. And I'll link to my ROI calculator below so that you can show them this math in real time that really can help close these deals. And the fifth option is to tie it to the desired revenue. And this is a really powerful way to ask this question by saying, how much additional revenue do you want this work to generate for your business? And if they say something like, we'd love to add additional $20,000 in revenue to our business a month, then you can frame your offer around achieving that specific goal. And then this shifts the focus from cost to results. So instead of talking about spending money, you're talking about investing money to help them hit that revenue target. So these are 5 great ways to go about asking a client for their budget without it feeling awkward or unnatural. So try one of these out on your next sales call and you will get a clear budget from the prospect. And you'll also shift that conversation towards value and results, which makes closing these deals so much easier. I really hope that this video helped. If it did, please consider subscribing for even more tips on landing new clients and better serving them. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time.